right, it is Monday, March 16th. I'm on way on my way to work, and I hurt my neck really bad on yesterday just hiking. I was on a creek bed, and one of the rocks kind of gave way, and I whiplashed my neck forward to try and catch my balance, which I did, thankfully, because otherwise I would have fell backwards into the creek. Who knows? Could have ended it all ended it all there. But I was able to catch myself, and ever since my neck has. I mean, I knew I did something to it, but it didn't really hurt. But now it just has, as yesterday, kind of the day went on, because it happened kind of late morning, early afternoon, and as the day wore on, whew, man, my neck has just really started to ramp up the pain. And then obviously this morning I can't really turn. I'm like, no, yeah, no more like not gonna be weaving into different lanes today as I usually do. I just need to pick a lane and stick with it. I had to change some lanes right there. That was a pain. My goodness. Almost called into work. Wanted to. Sorry to bore you with this, but yeah, I think sometimes, we definitely don't appreciate the health and pain-free life that we have. I'm getting there up there in age, and I know that when I get injured or get sick, it takes a little bit longer to heal, to recover, to bounce back from, and is a pretty big reminder that, hey, I need to take advantage of my time a little bit more when I'm healthy, when I have a full bill of health, and be appreciative to the health that I have. And I always feel like I am grateful, especially since I started this journey. I've really tried to practice gratitude. I think gratitude is one of the highest levels of consciousness we can have. I mean, gratitude, love, forgiveness is like, when you know this, it it's a high level of consciousness that I think vibrates out and really can kind of bring your body to peace. If you're in that survival mode, or if you're in some stressful times, or anxious, or feeling shame, because you don't want to live in those moments. You don't want to live in those emotions for too long. You want to practice gratitude to elevate your consciousness and elevate the vibration around your body. I mean, I truly do believe that there is a magnetic field around your body, and the emotions that are vibrating, it's centered along your spine. Your central nervous system it's almost like your spine is that antenna, and it's producing wavelengths, a magnetic field around your body. You got a little protective bubble around your body. And when that protective bubble is strong, it can protect you. It can protect you from negative vibes from other people, negative vibes from radio, news, whatever, media, social media, conflict, confrontation, whatever's going on in your life, whatever's going on in your reality. Your magnetic field, when it is strong, can protect you and guard your emotions and guard your responses and help you think thoughtfully on how to respond and react. Because I think this world, I mean, there's a law, it's one of the Hermetic laws, a very old law. If anyone has ever read into it, cause and effect. I mean, I think everyone has heard of cause and effect. And I think a lot of us in our reality are living in the effect and the reaction range of that cause and effect. It's just natural. We don't want too many causers, I suppose. I don't know. I haven't really thought deeply about it, but you kind of do want to be a causer in your life. You want to be more of a causer. What does that mean? You want to be more of a doer in your life. Because I think a lot of us live in that effect range, in that reaction range. I said I wasn't going to change lanes, but here I go. We live in that reaction. It's just kind of like, the president, we'll take it to the highest level. The president making a decision that is affecting the entire world. He's a causer. He's a doer. You can't argue that. He's a doer that affects a lot of people's reactions. And it has an effect on a lot of people, how they look at the world and their emotions. Now, if they truly let the president and this war and all the other downstream effects of this war affect your emotions, and naturally it's going to. How much it affects your emotions depends on that magnetic field, depends on the vibrations you're already emitting, depends on how strong your magnetic field is, how strong your practice is as far as finding that gratitude and finding those higher conscious emotions so that you don't go down to shame, anger. I mean, it's okay to have those, I keep on saying moments, but I don't think it's okay to live in those emotions constantly. You're not doing yourself, you're not doing anyone around you any favors when you do that. And so you would just want to be more of a doer and causer in your own life in whatever little ways you can do that. You know, I wish I had some specific examples here for you, but just like, being a doer, being a causer, making a good meal. There you go. There's a good. Taking some supplements that maybe you're feeling low energy or um, whatever. You know what I mean? You do some research and take a supplement that maybe can help you with that with higher energies, or maybe you go get your blood work done and kind of see what all your levels are. Even better, getting your blood work done, being a causer and seeing how that all affects you, and then you can prescribe yourself a meal plan and a supplement plan to help kind of those lower deficiencies, whether it's vitamin or hormone deficiencies, whatever they may be, and do some research to figure out how you can naturally enhance those so that you're not living. Man, I'm not trying to do this. I'm changing too many lanes. My neck. Gosh, man, my poor body. All right, I'm gonna change the lane one more time. All right, we're done. So yeah, I'm gonna end it that it's gonna be a more of a causer in your life, more of a doer. Stop living in that effect mode, and it's okay to be living in that effect mode. I don't want to make it sound like you're some puppet or something living in effect mode. By no means. Things happen in life. You have to learn to adapt. You have to learn to adjust. And that's great. And by learning to adapt and adjust, you're becoming a causer in yourself. So, but you want to do that in a smart and intelligent way. And by doing that, you have to test and strategize and think and talk things out sometimes, whatever it may be. Um, and you can do that in a much better way when you have higher conscious, higher vibrations, a stronger magnetic field around your body protecting you, and having stronger emotions emitting from your body throughout the day. And we're all going to have those times when those emotions are going to be lowered. But when you practice gratitude, practice love, practice bringing yourself back to kind of why you're here, why your meaning in life, and all that, it's going to elevate your your emotions and elevate your thought processes so that you can come to better decisions and come to better actions and be more thoughtful. And I don't know, that's what I believe anyway. That's the strategy I'm trying to employ in my own life. And these are the things and these are the thoughts that come to me when I start talking about this kind of stuff. And I hope it resonates with you. And I know I'm still kind of learning to kind of process and put all this together for myself. And I know that that's the whole reason why I created this channel, is to be more of a doer, be more of a causer, be more of a creator, because I don't have anything really figured out. I mean, I want to say that I do have it all figured out, right? We want to live in that emotion that I have things figured out, but I'm still in that process of figuring it out, and talking this out and saying these words helps cement some of these ideas in my head so that I follow my words. I follow my advice. I think I don't want to be someone that doesn't follow their own advice. I don't want to be a hypocrite by any means. So that's why I'm trying to be a creator. I'm trying to create positive vibes, trying to enhance my own magnetic field. And by doing so, hopefully strengthen anyone that's listening and strengthen the world, strengthen the collective, because you just never know how you may have an effect on other people around you and how that can spider web out and what that can do to the collective consciousness of humanity, especially right now in these crazy times that we live in, where there's a lot more conflict right now and a lot more uncertainty. Anyway, I'll leave it there. As always, many blessings out there. Much peace, love, all that. Take care. I'll see you next time.